بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we had a good session outside. We had a very nice lecture at the beginning. So, inshallah, we're going very good. We need you guys to please cooperate with us so we can have this done very smoothly, inshallah. So, while the speaker is speaking, we have our brother, our beloved brother, Dr. Roman is here. And inshallah, I need you guys to give him your undivided attention. And please, when he's speaking, no one should be speaking, no one should be talking. If you guys are talking, we're going to set consequences for you guys. No talking, listen attentively, inshallah, so that you can benefit. I now hand you over to Brother Dr. Roman, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. What were you guys doing before this? Soccer? How many of you guys were playing soccer? Soccer? What else were you guys doing? How many were you playing basketball? What about you guys in the back? Were you guys the same? You guys in the back? What were you guys doing before this? Soccer, basketball? Who was doing volleyball? What were you doing? What did you say? Were you here? What were you doing, you said? The next year. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay. What do you guys want to go back to doing the same thing after this? Okay, I think we're going to go back to doing the same thing. Okay. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're supposed to go till 6 o'clock. Right? We're not going to do that. We're going to keep it short. We'll finish up quick so everybody can get the benefit, inshallah. And then we'll go back to playing. Alright? And this is like basketball. You guys mind if I play with you guys? Alright. So I'll get in there with you guys. So what we're doing, I just want one thing for you guys, right? I don't want to just sit up here and talk because that's boring for me and boring for you guys too. I want you guys to participate so you can get all something out of it. I can learn from you, you can learn from me. And another thing, you guys, who here does not have a cell phone? So who doesn't have a cell phone on them right now? Find something where they can go on the internet. If you don't have one on you, I just want you to make that for someone that does have it. So find a friend or somebody that does have a cell phone because we're going to be using it. I suggest that to put them away, but I'm sorry. You're going to need it, alright? There's only two things I need. So, okay, so if I were to start, we're going to start with a story of one of the Sahaba. His name was Amr ibn al-As. Has anybody ever heard of him before? Just raise a hand. You heard of him too? Is anybody here from Egypt? Like your parents are from Egypt? You three are 44? MashaAllah. So, Amr ibn al-As, one of the things he was famous for is he brought Islam to Egypt. So you guys are familiar Muslim, your parents were Muslim, Egypt, for the most part, is Muslim, right? A lot of that is because Amr ibn al-As actually brought Islam to Egypt. So, inshallah, whatever good that you guys do, whatever good your parents do, is going back to Amr ibn al-As, right? So Amr ibn al-As, he was on his deathbed, and he was saying, he was crying. And some people came around him, his sons, his daughters, they came around him and they asked, why are you crying? Right? And he said, I went through 3 stages in my life. How many stages? 3 stages, right? And he said, in that 4th stage, there was nobody that I hated more than the Prophet. So our Prophet that we love so much, he said, in the 1st stage of my life, there was nobody I hated more. And it's true. Because if you look at a lot of the wars in the beginning against the Prophet, Amr ibn al-As was a general. So he was actually one of the leaders of the armies going against them. And then he says, the 2nd stage of my life, right? So the 1st stage of his life, he didn't like the Prophet. The 2nd stage of his life, he said, the Prophet was the most beloved person to me. There was nobody that I loved more than the Prophet. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us like that. There's nobody we love more. And he said, the 3rd stage of my life, I got involved in some things after the Prophet passed away. I'm not sure if they were good, if they were bad. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be accountable for them. And he was saying, if I passed away during that 1st stage, where I hated the Prophet, I would have been done for it, right? If I passed away during that second stage, I would have been good. There was nothing else I need to worry about. But now I'm passed away in that third stage, and I don't really know what's going on. So what do you guys take from this? Somebody like Ahmed ibn al-As, the Prophet said such great things about him. This is a great companion of the Prophet. And when we think about these people, we think, even when we think about our Imam, our Rasul, when we think about them, we think that they're always riding over here, right? That they're always very strong in their faith. They never have any doubts. They never have any issues. We think like that sometimes, right? When you see, for example, those Junaid or things like you feel like somebody like that, let alone the Sahaba, they can't ever have bad moments. You guys don't feel like that? When you read about the Sahaba and you read about them doing all these courageous things in battle, doing this, doing that, you guys ever feel like, I can't ever be like that because they never had any weak moments, but I'm not like that. When do you ever feel like that? Ever? Nobody feels like that? You do? Okay. So, what that shows is to describe 3 points in his life is that everybody is going to have ups and downs, right? A lot of you guys are young, and you already experienced this. Some days you have a good day, some days you have a bad day, right? Sometimes you got stuff going on in school, with your family, with your parents, with your brothers, and things don't look so good. But then sometimes things are pretty good. Well, like today, inshallah, is a good day. You're taking much good, you're playing outside, basketball, football, whatever it is. You're having a good day. Another day in the summer might not be so good. You might get into some issues with your siblings, with your parents, and that's life, right? It's never going to be constantly good or constantly bad. And the same thing goes for your faith. The same thing goes for your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there's going to be ups and downs all the time, right? And that's for everybody. That's not just for you, it's not just for me, and it's not just even for the Sahaba. Nobody is protected from this. All of us feel that. But what we got to do is find a way when we're high and when we're low, the ups and downs, we got to find a way to kind of bring ourselves back. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys know what I mean by that? So what do you guys do now? If you're having a bad day, what do you go to? Who do you talk to? Yeah. Yeah. Your parents. How many of you guys, if you're having a bad day, I'll talk to you talk to your parents? That's really good. Anybody else? Anybody? You talk to your parents? Very good. Anything else that you guys do to you pray? Mashallah. Who prays? How many of you guys do that? Make dua, pray, maybe pray your sunnahs, right? Good. Anything else? What else do you guys do to kind of bring you back here? You talk to Ernest? Who's Ernest? Raise your hand, Ernest. Who's that? Mashallah. That's about right. Increase both of you. You talk to your friends. Ernest is your friend or something, right? Ernest is your friend? Don't say no. He's your what? He's your brother. Mashallah. So how do you guys talk to your friends to kind of bring you back? If you're having, okay. Now let me flip it around. What do you guys do if you're having a really good day? If you're very happy about something? You did really good on your test? You scream? Do you guys feel like you gotta share that with somebody? Yes? Yeah? Who's like, yeah? Who do you want to share it with? Your parents, exactly. So you go back to your parents, right? Good and bad, you go back to your parents. Anybody else? Anybody like some of your friends? What were you going to say? He says he puts the fish on his face and then he prays for it. So that's also kind of like sharing with your family, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Well, raise your hand up. What happened? What happened? Okay, we'll talk about that later, okay? But what do you do? What do you do when you're mad? Let me ask you that. Do you talk to anybody? You don't? What happened? What do you say? I can't hear. He said he goes to his room and he does push-ups. So that's another thing, actually. I'm glad you said that, because exercise, right? A lot of people exercise as a way to bring them back, keep them grounded. Yeah, yeah. It's not for any things. I didn't say everything had to be a good thing. Go ahead. You just watch YouTube to make yourself feel better. So the point is everybody has these different things that they do when they're happy, they're sad, they're angry, they're confused. They have these different things that they do, right? Even if there's not so many of you here, but everybody has something different, right? Are any of these things going to work 100% of the time? What do you guys think? Absolutely not. Exactly. If, you guys, even the ones that go to your parents now and your life, when you guys get older, you might move away. You might not live with your parents, right? Exercising, maybe you get injured, and that's one part to protect us, and then you're not able to do that. None of these things work 100% of the time. Can we all agree on that? Everybody agree? Okay. So we're almost done, I promise. What we're going to do is now I want you guys to take your phones out. Everybody take your phone out. And if you don't have your phone, find somebody next to you that does. Yes, it's fine. If you don't have one, there's enough people here. Just find somebody and use it with them. And I want you guys to go to Quraan.com. Quraan.com. And let me know. Quran. Quraan.com. This is the number. Everybody, okay, so you guys, yep, go to Quran.com. You guys look at that. You guys got it back there? Yeah. Anybody doesn't have somebody to look over? Everybody has someone? You have one right there. You don't have anybody? Go to these guys here, there's somebody behind you. If you have a phone or somebody around you doesn't, go share with them, right? That's fine. We need to don't know them, that's fine. Is everybody looking at the homepage of Quran.com? Okay, you got it. Everybody's good? Okay. So the rest of what we're going to do today is just going to be kind of like a practice, okay? Kind of like an exercise, but not like we were talking about, something different. I want you guys to think about a time you were very happy. It could be something recent, something long ago. And if anybody wants to share it, you can share it. Hey, go ahead. What are you thinking about? Any time? Anybody else? A time you were really happy. Just think about Scott. Everybody has something in your head. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, no, it's not fun. That's good. That's fine. You got food and it tastes good. It's okay. That's good. Okay. Yeah. How you feel? What was that? Okay, guys. So that. So how does that back when he said when he finished my life, go on. Mashallah, yeah, peace. Yeah, I remember that too. That's a very special moment. Go ahead. What was yours? When his dad bought him a magnificent Six Flags. Right. So does everybody have something in your head that made you really happy? Anybody not happy? Yeah, go ahead. MashaAllah, when you got his reasons, praise God to see. I'm assuming that was good. Go ahead. We heard that last. That's fine. All right, we got it. So keep it in your head. Even if you didn't get to share it, it's okay. Keep it in your head. What is it? MashaAllah. When you got 100 on his last test. So everybody has something that you're thinking about that made you happy? Anybody not have something? All right, so everybody go on Quran.com, right? I want you guys to type in 12, and then you guys, 12, and then the colon, you guys know what that is? That's like between the 5 and 29. Do 12.90. Everybody do that? And then let me know what you get. 12, and then the colon, 90. Surah Yusuf, good. So you should be on ayah 90 of Surah Yusuf. Ayah, you good? You got it? Alright, you should need that. Chapter 12, verse 90. So is everybody on Surah Yusuf? Everybody's on Surah Yusuf, right? And you're thinking of, everybody still remembers what it is that made you happy? Nobody forgot, right? Can somebody read, I don't need the Arabic, can somebody read the English for me? Go ahead. Yeah, and what's the next part? The next part is the important part. فَمِنَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْنَا. Right? What's the English of that? Okay. That's it. That's all I need. Can everybody see that? Where it says, everybody read that really quick. Just read it to yourself. Read that line. فَإِنَّكَ لَأَنْتَ يُوسُف. So that line, you don't have to read it out loud, just read it to yourself. And if somebody wants to read the whole thing out loud on the mic, that's fine too. Alright, you want to do it? Read along with I am.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي قد من الله علينا إنه من يتق ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين.
Do everybody get English of that too? So, how the story goes is Yusuf alayhi salam has lived a life full of hardship, right? Now, this is the end of the story, and we're not going to go through the whole story, maybe some other time. But now, he sees his brothers come back to him, he's going to have his parents come back to him. He was in jail his whole life, he just got out of jail. So, how's he feeling? He's feeling very happy, right? So, you guys think of that. Think of what you were thinking of that made you happy. And now, this is what Yusuf alayhi salam is feeling. How does he respond? فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْنَا. Allah has been very good to us. Does everybody see that? Okay? Alright, let's do one more. We'll do one more with, everybody type in 14:7. 14.7. And let me know what you get. 14.7. Surah Ibrahim. Yes, so it should be Surah Ibrahim. وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ. Okay? Everybody got it? What was that? What's wrong? 14.7. Yeah, was really fast to go there. You can really fast to go there. What is that? What's that to you? What are you going to do like that? Were you okay? Were you okay to ask his name again? Now you understand. I want to go to. Okay, is everybody at Surah Ibrahim? Okay, somebody read me somebody, actually let's do like this. I want to read the Arabic.
وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم ولئن كفرتم إن عذابي لشديد.
Can somebody read the English for me? Go. Yeah.
And remember how the Lord proclaimed, if you are grateful, I will certainly give you more, but if you are ungrateful, surely my punishment is severe.
Okay, so if you're grateful, I'll certainly give you more. Does everybody still remember that thing they were happy about? Like you remember the food that you got and that made you happy, right? What else? When you got 100 on your region, somebody over there. Who said when you got 100 on yourself? But does everybody remember what it was that made you happy, right? And so far we went through 2 verses. What was the first one? Yusuf alayhi salam said what? You don't need to give me the exact one, but he said this is from who? He's happy because of who? Because of Allah. And now over here, what's the Quran saying? If you're grateful, I'll give you more. So think of that, even for something like that, you got some good food. If you're grateful, I'll give you more. I got 100 on my regions. If I'm grateful, I'll get more. This is the Quran teaching us how to think. Okay? Do you guys are you guys making that connection? You guys can be honest with me. Do you guys see how that works? That you're feeling happy, and the verse is teaching you how to react to that. We'll do a couple of more and then we're done, okay? Now I want you guys to think about A time when you felt confused. Okay, we don't have to share it with me. Just let me know if you have it. A time when you felt confused. Right? Confused with what was going on anywhere. In the world, in your house, family, friends, it doesn't matter. And we don't gotta share this one because this can be personal, so it's fine. But I want you guys to have something in your mind. A time when you felt confused. Okay? Keep that in your mind, and let's go to Surah Taha, 20.114. 20.114. Or actually, do 18.10, sorry. 18.10. And let me know what surah that is when you get there. Kahf, good. Hey, everybody got Surah Kahf? The 10th ayah? Everybody ready? 18.10. Alright, and everybody's thinking about the time, but they found what? Confused. Everybody got it, right? Now let's listen to it in Arabic. I'm not going
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذ آوى الفتية إلى الكهف فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا.
Okay, inshallah. Somebody give me the English. Go ahead. Yeah. Say it loud, because they don't have the next, so say it loud. Right. Okay. Did everybody get that? And even if you didn't hear him, did you get to read through the English? So these were young people, not like you guys. And they felt confused with what was going on around them. They felt confused with the world. And what did they say about آتنا من لدنك رحمة? They're making dua to Allah. وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. And whatever our duty is, our affairs are, make it easy for us. So they're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide them in that. We're going to do one more from Surah Kahf. Same thing, 18.82. 18.82. It's a long one, so somebody want to read? It's a long ayah. Read it yourself? 18.82.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأما الجدار فكان لغلامين يتيمين في المدينة وكان تحته كنز لهما وكان أبوهما صالحا فأراد ربك أن يبلغا أشدهما ويستخرجا كنزهما رحمة من ربك وما فعلته عن أمري ذلك تأويل ما لم تستطع عليه صبرا.
So this is talking about Musa alayhi salam. He just saw a bunch of things that made him very confused. So he's feeling the same exact way you guys felt whenever you're thinking about whatever it is that you're thinking about. He felt confused. And in this ayah, we're not going to go through the English, but in this ayah, it comes at the end of where all those things are explained to him. All those things that made him confused are being explained to him. And at the end, ذَلِكَ تَأْوِيلُ مَا لَمْ تَسْطِع عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. This is the explanation of what you couldn't be patient with. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us, even with things that confuse us, if we're patient with it, there is a reason behind all of it. And sometimes we may not get it spelled out like it was spelled out in the ayah, but there's still a reason. Okay? And think about that when you think about what that moment was that made you confused. We're going to do one last one. And this one, I want you guys to think about a time when you felt sad and alone. Sad or lonely. And again, we're not going to share this one because it can be personal, right? But everybody goes through this. A time you felt sad, a time you felt lonely. Like there's really nobody out there looking after you. And it happens to everyone. Think about that. And keep it in your head. Okay, now just go to the surah we all know, Surah Duha. Everybody know that? Okay, good. Everybody, if you, again, what number is it? Just tell us Surah Duha. 93? So everybody go to Surah 93 on the, the website. And again, in the back of your mind, keep that time that you felt sad, the time you felt alone. And who's going to recite Surah Duha for us? One of the other guys, come on. Surah Duha. Who has Surah Duha memorized? Yeah, no. You want to do it? You done? Okay. Surah Duha. You don't have to do the whole thing. You can do what I'll ask you to do for you, but you can stop there, okay? Actually, you can do the whole thing. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. Anybody still thinking about something better than that? No? You're not thinking about it anymore? You can't even think about it? Oh, you can? Okay. So, somebody read me in English. Or with the hand. Go. Actually, no, let's listen to you guys from somebody that hasn't read yet. Yeah, I don't think you haven't read yet. Go on. Loud. Read the English. It is something. It's okay, because even if you didn't hear them, was everybody able to get along with the English? Okay, so this surah came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was feeling very sad, very alone, right? Because there was a very long time since he received any command from Allah. So this surah comes down with the وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. And it's telling him that you're not alone. Allah is with you. So no matter how sad you feel, Allah is with you. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reassures him, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى. That no matter how sad you feel here, or how hard it is here, what's coming next is going to be way better. Okay? So, the whole point of us doing this is I want you guys to start doing this on your own. Okay? This is how we're supposed to read Quran. This is how we're supposed to go through the Quran. Whenever you guys, in the beginning, we talked about what is it that you guys keep coming back to. And some of you said your parents, some of you guys said exercise, some of you guys said different kinds of things. But you guys, we went through what? We went through happiness, right? Sadness. I had a bunch more here, but we're gonna skip that. However you're feeling, come back to the Quran to tell you how do I respond to this. Does that make sense? The Quran has that answer for you, but we just don't know how to read it. And when I say we don't know how to read it, I don't mean like read the letters and what to read. That's all part of it too. But what's even more important is being able to read it and connect to it. Right? So when I'm feeling sad, I'm able to open up the Quran and read Surah Duha and understand that that's Allah talking to me, telling me to not be sad. Right? When I'm feeling happy, can I open up Surah Yusuf? Can I open up and read Surah Ibrahim like we did? And understand how was my happiness fit into all of this. And this is something that takes a lot of time. But I want you guys to start doing it now. This summer. Start making the Quran a part of your day. And when you read it in the language you're most comfortable in, which for everybody here is going to be English. And as the verse you read, think about how does this apply to my life, right? Think about how does this help me deal with what I feel. And keep doing everything that you're doing. Go to your parents. If you guys are exercising, do that. Everything else you need to get you through the ups and downs, then make sure the Quran is a part of it. Do what we did today, okay? And I'm going to end with this. A lot of adults that you guys know, a lot of adults that you see, like me and people you see in the masjid, a lot of people grow up not ever knowing how to do this. And they grow up not doing this. And they become adults and they get old and they don't do this, right? Some people even read Quran, but they still never are able to do this. But the purpose of the Quran is for you guys to be able to do this, right? This is on everybody's bookshelf at home. Is that true? It's on everybody's bookshelf at home. So even if you don't, it's on everybody's phone. It's wherever it is. Everybody has access to this. You don't need to be some sheikh. You don't need to be some scholar. You can open up this book and start reading it. Anytime you feel confused, lost, alone, sad, happy, angry, there is an answer for you in this book. But you have to actually read it to get that. Does that make sense? So that's what I want you guys to take away from today. Whatever reading, if you get nothing else, just take this away that whatever I'm going through in my life, there is something in the Quran to help me with that. But to find that, I need to start reading it. And I need to start looking for answers in the Quran and nowhere else. Does that make sense? Can you guys make a deal with me that the rest of the summer, every day you're going to read some Quran? Every day a couple of lines? Can we do that? Okay? And I want it to be a two-part thing. Every day we're going to read some Quran. But even more importantly, I want every day, even if it means you read less than you wanted to, every day I'm going to think about how does this apply to me. I'm going to open up a page of Quran and read it. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. I'm going to read the English if I don't speak Arabic, and I'm going to think about how does this apply to me. Just take 5 minutes. Can you guys give me 5 minutes today for the rest of the summer? Inshallah. Alright? If you guys can do that and start building that habit, when you guys were older and get to my age and your parents' age, and you did this for your whole life, your life will completely change. I'll give you guys a story and then we'll end with that. Is there anybody here older than 17, other than I am? You're not 17, right? You're 15. Anybody here older than 17? You're 17? Okay. How much older than 17? Except Shaykh and, okay. And Burns. Alright. So let me answer you this. What I just told you guys, I didn't start doing this. I didn't know how to read the Quran until I was 17. 17 is when I learned. And the reason I did it is because I had a job. I was in high school. I had a job. And I got out early from my work one day. And one of my friends invited me to something just like this. And it was somebody else that was talking just like this. And this person said that this Quran has all the answers for you. You just have to open it up and read it. And for whatever reason, that really stuck with me, right? And that's when I was 17, that's when I started reading Quran. I learned how to read Arabic. I learned how to read Quran. And then later on, I ended up memorizing and doing some God and everything that continues to today. Yes, Rahman. I wasn't even doing this, I guess. Huh? Wrong thoughts. But, huh? No, I'm not really. But what I was saying was, from that point, my life completely changed. Okay? And now, since then, what have I been through? Whatever life throws at me, good times, bad times, all the times in between, the Quran keeps me grounded. It keeps me coming back. And I want the same for you guys, because that's the biggest gift we can have in this world. And even if all this doesn't make sense now, just try 5 minutes a day. A little bit in Arabic, read the English and what does this mean to me? And if you guys can do that, you're going to be doing your adult selves a huge favor. All right? We also want to make all of us be able to practice on that. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. If you guys have any questions, we can do that. If not, then you guys can go back to doing the usual. Any questions at all? Guys, before you guys go inside, guys, please, guys, before you go outside, inshallah, please, wait, guys, why is the guy still walking? So, inshallah, before you leave, our guys, why are guys still at school? Brothers, come on, guys, you have to listen to me. You guys have to say, you're not finished as well. Come on, 1 second. And then you will go inshallah. 1 second, guys. So, the brother in the green shirt. The brother, guys, sit. Okay, so on behalf of myself and all of us, the entire